Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Eric Deters Show. I got good energy, as always. Well, the United States Supreme Court weighed in a 5-4 decision. Yes, Amy Coney Barrett straight again. And in this 5-4 decision, they upheld President Trump's power on the Alien Enemies Act of 1798. And in addition to that, pointed out that Boasberg had no business handling this case, which means all that contempt stuff over with. You ready for this? He's still holding a hearing at 3 o'clock today. This means that most of these cases are going to go poof, gone. Trump, major victory for deportation of criminals from this country. John James, a Republican congressman from Michigan, who also happens to be black, is running for governor. You go get him, Congressman of Michigan. All right, Trump hosted the Dodgers, and they all had a good laugh when he refused to introduce the 2 Democratic senators. He said, he goes, I don't really like them, so I'm not going to introduce them, including Adam Schiff. The Dodgers all laughed. You know, if you're a Dodger baseball player and you're making all that money and loving America and you're playing baseball, do you think you like Trump or you like Biden? Glenn DeSicco, he's a sicko purchased here, basically proclaimed he was going to go kill Donald Trump on Facebook. Well, they went and got him. You can't do that kind of stuff. It's crazy. Al Sharpton says that he wants to boycott Pepsi. Why? Because they're getting away from DEI. Does Al Sharpton have any more power or influence anymore? I think, fortunately, not much. Doge saw where the Coast Guard had a IT issue, saved them a whole bunch of millions of dollars. Doge just keeps doing wonderful things. Bill Maher finally publicly commented about Trump and what he did, because he didn't want to come out and like say, I love the guy. But what he did was he admired him as a political figure and basically painted the contrast to the Democrats by saying Trump is authentic. And people like authenticity, whether you agree with the policy or not. You know what? When you get Bill Maher to like be, and you're a Republican, that's big. All right, Jack Schlossberg is a creep. You know, this guy acts like he is the Kennedy keeper. That he is Caroline, JFK's daughter's son, Schlossberg, and he's just a creepy weirdo. He's like becoming the worst Kennedy. You know, he thinks he's handsome. He's not. But he has got this weird, sick obsession. He called Usha Vance, the prettiest woman in the world. Now he says they're having a baby together. I mean, this is getting across the line. I'm sure J.D. Vance is just going to ignore it all. But wouldn't it be kind of funny, a little bit funny, if you had to get some type of an order against the guy? He's a creep, big creep. In world news, the European Union is calling for no tariffs on industrial goods between us and the United States. That's a beginning. And this Palestinian American who's supposed to be a billionaire, Bashir Masri, is being sued. And you know why? Apparently, he is the one that provided information and helped Hamas build tunnels to carry out the October 7th massacre. Wow. He'll lose all his money. In pop culture, when asked if she was dating Glenn Powell, Sydney Sweeney said, well, I hope so. Folks, I'll call it. They're clearly an item. AC/DC has announced their first North American tour, I think for like 9 years, and it begins April 10th in Minneapolis. You know, I'm sitting here looking at May 24th is Chicago, Soldier Field, May 28th, Cleveland. I might try to go up and see them. Sports Without Boundaries. Well, Florida won 65-63. Houston blew it. Florida wore Houston out at the end. Houston had complete control of the game until the last few minutes, and then they faded. It was sad for Houston. This day in history, we don't have anything, but we got a Shakespeare insult of the day. Do not be a craven pricking bung. And your Latin quip of the day, Nicur curiam Mortilium inurai sui parve vitintor, which means nobody underestimates his own troubles. All right, this is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Coming up on the other show, local news.